Okay, hello everyone. I think I know most of you, but if I haven't met you, my name is David Brown. My office is on the 3rd floor, room 311. And I also have the keys to a computer lab across from my office. It's really nice because we have a lot of video editing stuff there. But I have a handout for you, and it's got my contact information, and it has the web page I created for this class, and really for anyone interested in video editing information for Dalton State. So it's on this piece of paper. I'm also videoing this, and this presentation will be at the same site. It's basically a LibGuide at Dalton State. You go to libguides.daltonstate.edu and click video editing. And I'm going to pass this handout around. And yeah, can you pass it on out, please? All right, thank you. It's front and back. The front is about video editing. The back is about where you can put your videos. And we have free video storage here at Dalton State, video for them, that a lot of education students use. So, how many people have edited a video before? Okay. Well, for a long time, Windows Movie Maker was the #1 video editor anywhere. It was. Anyone used Movie Maker before? It's really good, but Microsoft doesn't support it anymore, and they don't allow you to download it anymore. But I do have it in the lab upstairs if you want to use that. But you can't get it if you don't already have it at your home. So I'm going to go over today on the screen here some options you have for video editing. If you have any questions, let me know as we go along. There are some good video editors. There are some that are just want you to purchase their product, so they give you a little bit, but don't keep it very long. But there are some that are truly good and truly free. And those are my favorites, right? And I want to talk about all those. And make sure you got the handout. So I'm going to click on the Video Editing LibGuide here. And this is open no matter where you're at. You can get to it anywhere in the world. What it has is information. Windows Movie Maker is no longer with us. If you downloaded it, you still have it, but they don't put it out anymore. There is something big coming out called the Fall Creator Suite in Windows 10. If you get a chance to get that, there's something actually in there called StoryMix. It's going to be their video editor. It's not out yet though. So before that comes out, here are some choices you have. And I want to go over these. Are very important. Has anyone heard of Handbrake before? It's really good, and it's really important to know what it is. It is a free program. You got to download it. It's really free. I have the link here. I'm going to click on it so you'll know what it looks like. It always has this pineapple up there. What it does is it reduces your file size by a whole lot. And that's important as education majors. You're going to be getting some huge videos, right? Some of them will be over an hour long. And what this will do is take that humongous video that could barely fit on some people's hard drives and make it really small without losing any quality. It's called Handbrake, and it's really free. There's no catch to it. And I've got a link for you. For a short video, you may not need it, because if you do like a 5-minute video, you may be okay with a 500 megs or so. But if you do a 1-hour video, you're getting up into gigabytes, and I highly recommend this. I use it all the time. As a matter of fact, I just had to take DVDs, hour-and-a-half long DVD, and make that, put captions on it, and doing so I had to make it smaller. That big old hour-and-a-half DVD is now so small it fits on a flash drive using that. So I hope you'll use Handbrake. You'll need it throughout your career here. Now, what do you use to edit videos with? Does anyone have your favorite editor?
iMovie.
If you have I see some Macs. If you have a Mac, you're in luck. You probably have iMovie on your laptop, your Mac. So that's a big advantage. iMovie is really good. If you don't have a Mac, then you don't have a free one unless you download a Movie Maker. But even if you have a Mac and you have iMovie, I want you to listen because there's some stuff that could help you. The one that I found to be the easiest that does what most people want is called Shotcut. Does anyone use that one? I'm going to click on it. Here's what it looks like. It's totally free. open source, highly rated. The only thing I don't like about Shotcut is the ads. And sometimes it'll put ads in there and you think you're downloading Shotcut and you're downloading something with Google Chrome or something. So beware of that. But I've downloaded this on several computers, and I just do the 64-bit Windows installer, and I've been really happy with it. And I have on this, if you're wanting to download it, it doesn't take long to download. And right here, I have a tab that tells you how to use it. I have a quick start guide here. You probably won't need that. The main thing you need to know is just how to chop off a video and how to combine videos. And you can use this, but I've got a short video here you can watch. Actually, I'm going to play it real quick, but I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's only like 3 minutes long. But I'm going to play it because it gives you a look on what Shotcut looks like. So I'm going to click play here. And there's what Shotcut looks like. And this guy, he's not that popular loud who does this video, but he describes the most common things you need to know. And that is, I'm going to make sure this is on. Sorry about it being so loud. That's what Shotcut looks like.
Different clips.
And basically,
If you want to delete a clip,
he's talking about how to remove part of the video.
click it and go to remove.
But basically, why video editors work, you open a video right here, and you click and drag it down, kind of like iMovie. You click it down here, and once it's down here on the timeline, then you can start editing it.
Current clip to the source player
Once it's down there,
on the source tab.
he explains how to use these tools, how to, you basically click a couple times and right click and delete whatever segment you want out.
Find the spot that you're
This
placing
would be
it.
if you had a video and you wanted to get rid of stuff in the middle. You'd have to use something like Shotcut. I have a question for the iMovie people. Can you splice out the middle of the video with your iMovie? Okay, so that's really important. Movie Maker is really great. Remember, I have it upstairs, right? It does not splice out the middle of the video. Only this will for a PC. If you have a Mac, iMovie does that. But Shotcut, I've had a lot of luck with it, and it's real popular now that Movie Maker's gone. And here's another big thing. When you're working with these videos, one of the most common mistakes is people will click File, Save Project. When you're saving the project in Shotcut and Movie Maker, you're only saving edits so you can do it later. That's not the final MP4 that you want. If you want the final MP4, there's some kind of export option. In here, it's literally called export. In Movie Maker, it's called save to computer. And that's probably the most common mistake I see. Someone will have a great video, they edited it, and they bring it in, or they email it, or they put it somewhere, and it's basically nothing, because they saved the project, not the whole video. The video should be an MP4, or some kind of similar format. So don't forget that, that's like really important. Here's another big tip. When you're videoing, keep your original somewhere, and don't make a copy of it, and have one copy you don't mess with. Otherwise, you'll get in here editing and be like, oh my gosh, where did my video go? And it is kind of easy to push the wrong button and delete the whole thing in here, or most of it. So keep that original somewhere before you start chopping it up. So I've put instructions on how to use Shotcut in here. These instructions, the PDF is like 2 or 3 pages long. It's a little more in depth. And I can't, it's not on this computer, otherwise I'd go in here and show you. But most people just watch that 2 or 3 minute video and get what they need from that video, which is how to splice out stuff. I've got some other stuff up here. So you know what Handbrake is? You can download that for free. The #1 rated one that I don't have a lot of experience with was VSDC Video Editor. It's really powerful. It's humongous, and that's why I didn't want to download it on my computer. And I have Shotcut. Shotcut's much smaller and does what I need. But if you see VSDC Video Editor, it's pretty good, and as is OpenShot. Now I want to talk to you about YouTube. It's really important. You can edit a video that you have on YouTube. It's got a minimal video editor that does some basic, simple things. But when you upload your video to YouTube, you got to be careful as a teacher. You can't have children in there, right, without their permission, right? You know the rules about that? I'm sure you do. Right now, I can tell you that's probably the biggest mistake I see with education majors. They get a video, they have their class video with children, and they put that up for anyone to see, and you can't do that. So, now I've got a couple of more choices down here you can look at. These come with a 30-day trial, and if you have iMovie, you're in luck. You've got it. You didn't have to pay for it probably. Also, I want to talk to you about video storage right here. Where can you put these humongous videos? I'm going to give you 3 big options. One is YouTube. YouTube, and I have these instructions here. How many people, most of you have used YouTube probably. If you haven't, it's free. You might as well. There's no limit. Has anyone found the limit in YouTube yet? I think if you try to upload like a 3-hour video, it'll say something eventually. But I put some like hour-and-a-half videos up there. I have hundreds of videos. So it's really nice. Here's important for you to know. Once you get your video ready to go up here, you can do public, which public means anyone can see it. Probably don't want to do that for a classroom environment, right?
Right.
It's the default view when you go into YouTube. So you have to change it. What I like is unlisted. Unlisted means that only people with the URL will be able to see it. It's pretty good because if you have an assignment for a teacher, you can do that option and email it to her, and only she or he will see that. It's still not legal to put children there without their permission though. Because if you do that option, theoretically someone could forward that on somewhere else because they got the URL. And then it could end up in the school system and a parent might get mad. So, but it's still a pretty good option. It's the most common option, especially outside the School of Ed, where other students in other departments don't have to worry about having children, in the video. The third option would be legally okay if you did have children in there, and that's the private one. The private one, it means only you can see it. But still be careful with that, because you can easily mess up and make it public from private. It's pretty easy to do. But private means only you can see it, and the only way anyone else could see it is they had a Gmail account and you allowed them in. So you might want to do one of those. There's a fourth one I just noticed, and I haven't looked at much, so I wanted to show you those 3 options. How many people have used the Dalton State Video Portal? Pretty awesome. It's very popular here. It's a free video storage for you. It's got some advantages over YouTube. I gotta show it to you. I really like it. Yes, it's on the back, I think.
Oh.
Here's how to get to your video portal. And I'll go there. I know you don't have the computer. You just log into your email, and so you log into your email, and when you go in there, and there's a lot of stuff we get with Office 365. Everyone knows you get PowerPoint, Excel for free, right, and Word. You also have a whole lot of stuff, and this symbol here we call the waffle. I don't know why they call it the waffle, but I guess it's got these dots here, and it kind of looks like one. But over here, there's a ton of awesome stuff. And one of those, and I'm just going to show you one. We don't have a lot of time, right? Sway is really cool. Delve, class notebook. But I want to show you video. Video is right here. Every Dalton State student and faculty get their own video channel. And you get in here, and you can see here are some of the most recent uploads. But there are lots and lots of videos in here, and the way it works, you simply go in here, and a lot of teachers use it. I'll show you some of the channels. There's an education class. Let's see who's doing that. Okay, if the teacher doesn't put permission, then you can't see it. And that's one of the nice things about it. You have permission to make it so others can't see in here if you don't want to. So what you would do is create a channel and simply click upload, and you have unlimited file space in there. So I encourage you to do that. And the most common mistake I see in here, let's see if I can show you here. Well, here, okay, I don't, you can see several. I think these are 2 classes right here, right? So you have to be careful if you're putting a classroom up there. You can change the permission so only you can see it or your teacher can see it. If you put it up there so everyone can see it, all of Dalton State can see it. But that's only about 5,000 people. It's not, messing up on YouTube would be a lot worse, right? That's a good thing about Dalton State's video portal. It's totally protected. At the worst, every student could see it. At the best, only you can see the video. And a whole lot of education majors are using this video portal. I will tell you that at some point, the video portal is going to transfer over to this cool tool called Microsoft Livestream. And nothing will happen, you don't have to worry about it, it'll just be a new name. But Microsoft Livestream's got a huge advantage. It automatically captions everything you say. So, all for free. We love it.
But like in a video?
Yes, like if you're talking, like I'm right now, when I shut this off and upload it, if I upload it to stream, they'll automatically put my words.
So if we're like doing an assignment where we have to like, what do you call it, annotate or like
Yes.
captions?
Yes, captions.
That'll do
It would do it automatically. Now you can use Movie Maker or Shotcut to type in the captions, but if you've got a 1-hour lecture, you don't want to type it all in, right? This will do it automatically for you. It won't be accurate if the person's real far away mumbling, but if they're pretty close, then it has high accuracy. YouTube has its own automatic captioning, not quite as good as this one, not as accurate.
So we can put it in video now, but this down here is not.
You can use either now. Later, like in a couple of years, it'll be stream only. Right now, you could actually do either one. Most people are sticking with video. But once stream officially replaces it in like a couple of years, you won't see the video one, but you'll still see the actual videos. They're not going to go away. If you've already uploaded in here, it's going to stay.
So we will have them even after we graduate, and they'll still be.
That's a good question. As long as you have a Dalton State email, which stays with you a while.
I was about to say, when does that delete?
I was told it deletes after we graduate,
That's what I
Not
was
on
told.
graduation day, I don't think.
but like
I
that,
thought they gave you a window, but eventually, yes, it will. I thought it was a few months. It may have changed though. It's not super long.
yeah.
So that's a good point. After you graduate, now here's something else. I'm gonna look into stream. I know for sure that the old video one, you wouldn't have access to anymore because it's with the email. Stream may give you permanent access if you choose that. I'll have to look into that. But your email will eventually go away, yeah. And most of this stuff would go away too, so.
Can we get Outlook after we graduate, like on our own?
If you already have it, you can keep it. Like, the way I understand it, you won't need to download it again. As if you already have it. If you want to continue to get updates to it, you'd still have to have some kind of school email address.
Oh, so Outlook is like for the school?
Yes, it's through the
Okay.
school. Most colleges nationwide let you have free Outlook. So, as
So
long as,
if we wanted to get our own Outlook afterwards to get like all these benefits, we would have to pay?
yeah, right, like Outlook
Okay.
costs money normally.
I don't know about Dalton State. I do know that my school, your student account switches to an alumni account. So your student address switches over to an alumni address. So it just changes the prefix on your account.
I'll have to see the latest, that would be really nice.
That would be nice.
I'd say the foundation, and people like that would want to do that. So I'll have to look into that.
Especially if you link.
It's a great way for them to maintain the mailing list.
Yes, yeah, yes.
the Dalton State video, can you only upload it, or can you upload it and edit it?
You can't edit it in there much. There's a few things you can do. You can tag it. It'll read your captions. It won't automatically caption them unless you use Stream. But the main thing you have is permissions. You can let 3 or 4 people do it, or the whole college, or just your teacher, but you don't have a lot of video editing power.
Gotcha, okay.
The other big place a lot of people don't know is Google Drive. Google Drive is huge. You get free 15 gigs, totally free. So you can pay a small amount and have that amount go way, way up. So I use Google Drive a lot. So that is a good place for videos that, you know when you would use that? Maybe someone from off campus wanted to see one of your videos and you didn't want to use YouTube and they couldn't see our video portal, you could use that. You could use this one. And you can limit it to only Gmail people or open that up to anyone. So I use that a whole lot. So, but this site I made, I hope you'll look at it. If you still have Movie Maker, or if you want to use Movie Maker on the computers upstairs, I kept instructions in here. It's really simple. That's why I love Movie Maker. I don't want to take it away up there. It's on the 3rd floor. But you can easily go in there and add videos, combine them, trim them, put music in the background. So, and I do video editing classes up there occasionally. Most of the time people, if they want to learn how to use Movie Maker, they'll just set up an appointment with me and I'll show them up there. But it's usually something people catch on pretty quick. But a whole lot of people like to add their musical effects in the background. And Movie Maker does that really easy. But I know iMovie does too. So I still have that information up here on Movie Maker. Shotcut, I've got a whole lot of stuff on that. Handbrake, I've got instructions on how to do that and the link on how to download it. And I've got links to these other sites, and I hope that you'll take a look at those. And anyone have any questions so far? I wish I could go in detail on how to do video editing, but we don't really have anything installed right here.
But we can come to you and you can help
Yes.
us though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, typically.
This is great. At least I know where to start.
Right. And I help people a lot, and then I help people a lot, they'll have a camera they use, and they can't get it to download. And in all cases, I've been able to download it. And I've never had a case where it's like it's gone. And the thing with those cameras, this is important. You have a variety of cameras in the wall. Some of them, you plug them up to the computer and turn them on, and it goes to the computer, uploads everything. Other ones will not do that. You have to manually go to My Computer and double click and find it. Some of them you have to download software for. So they all vary just a little bit. But I've never had one where it just wouldn't download at all. And there are a lot of different ways to video. Some people have iPads. iPads have really good high quality. I don't know, I think they have a pretty small limit on how much they can hold.
Right.
But these cameras, like I have that one back there, it holds 3.5 hours straight. And it was only $200. So other people use their phones. Now, what would be the problem with using your phones? I have really good videos. The only thing is you can't, if you want to upload a huge file wirelessly, you can be in trouble. What I do, if I have a huge video, I just hook it up to the computer with a wire. So, you probably know that, right? You probably uploaded a
Mine still
video.
doesn't do that though.
What does it?
It's like if I hook it up with
Yeah.
the wire, it won't go onto my
Oh, it won't.
computer.
Okay, well that's not good.
Yeah.
So,
We have different phones though, so.
yeah, I'm really happy with the iPhones. So,
And if you have all Mac products, you can AirDrop.
AirDrop. I've heard
I
a lot
love
of people.
AirDropping
Yeah.
because you can, like I could AirDrop, but you have to turn it on and it
Yeah.
has to be accepted and all that. So it's really safe because I could AirDrop something to Cassie from my phone.
Yeah.
She's like, let me see that video. You can just AirDrop it.
You do want
Yeah.
to make sure when you are videoing your
Yeah.
lesson, that whatever you are using to record it has a good microphone. Because you want to make sure
Oh,
that you're
that's
not
cool.
only picking up your own voice, but responses that your children, your students are making. Because you're
Yeah.
going to want to be able to highlight in your narrative what the students are saying. So if your microphone's not picking up what they're saying, you're having to guess. There are cameras that you can get from the library. You can check them out from the library. Your schools also frequently have cameras you can check out.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you. So, we're doing 2 video lessons, one for our ESOL and one for this class. And we had to send home permission forms to make sure all the parents agreed to their child being videotaped. And one of my kids' parents said no. So, I'm gonna attempt to set him out of the view of the camera.
Yeah,
Well, there's 2 questions. One, am I allowed to have his voice in my video without having his face? And 2, if by chance he gets up and walks in front of the camera or something happens, is there like a,
oh, yeah,
like something that I can use to blur his face?
yes. Most places, most video editing tools have a blur tool. And I'm pretty, I think, hey, even YouTube has a blur tool.
The
So
shortcut.
it's literally called the blur tool. And YouTube's video editor, where you can blur, most people use it to blur out like license plate numbers, and faces. So most video editors do have a blur tool.
Oh, okay, so you haven't noticed that in other videos?
iMovie
No.
doesn't have a blur tool, but what you can do is you can do, I had to do this one, it's a picture within a picture, so you could get, you could go to like a separate photo editing, blur their face out of it, put the picture and crop it. It takes a little bit more time, or you could get like a fun like emoji face, put it on their face if they walk in front, or something like
You
that.
can also just simply Photoshop. Have you ever tried to Photoshop a picture where you Photoshop it so much it makes the face go away?
Well, I understand the picture, like, I think it'd be okay to do a picture, but I'm worried about an actual movie where if he's continuously, in
You
it.
can also just have him removed from the room when you're doing your videoing.
Yeah, that's what I would.
Yeah, it's really tricky, the legal parts of having kids in the videos.
What about voice? Like she was talking about voice.
The voice, I don't know the answer to that. I would think it'd be okay, because, but maybe not. I mean,
Technically, if he can be identified by his voice, you would not want him to.
yeah, that, I could see you making that case.
The point of not having a child identified, there are things like custody battle issues and things like that. So anything that could be an identifier, the child has a shirt
Yeah.
with his name on it, he has a distinctive piece of jewelry or scarf with distinctive voice, anything that could make him identifiable would make it illegal for him to be on video. It's not just the physical face.
Yeah, and if you use YouTube, YouTube's video editor is limited, but it has a really good blur tool. So, if you're up in YouTube, but if you're not, you have to find a video editor that does blur, and I've always used the YouTube blur.
Oh, so I can make my video on iMovie, upload it to YouTube,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then blur him out?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can
oh,
still
okay.
do that. Yeah, but be careful about the voices,
Yeah,
like you
I
said.
might just think about it.
So, yeah. So if you need more, if you would like more in-depth training, let me know and I could open the
His office is right next door to mine.
Yeah.
He's easy to find.
Yeah, if you want to use the upstairs lab, I've got Handbrake and Movie Maker already installed already in here. But their Handbrake is a quick install for your own computer. It's probably worth downloading. And don't forget, NTPA stuff, that kind of stuff. That's kind of different. They give you your own site for videos there. But you can still edit them with some of this stuff first before you go up there.
Awesome.
But NTPA is a different school. I guess you'll get to that.
Not far, it'll be a couple of months.
There's an NTPA video that we specifically.
Don't even mention the words to him right now, they're freaking out.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. Okay. So.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.